Hey friends, and welcome to a day in my life as a CEA study abroad student. So the first thing I do every morning is have breakfast. This particular day I had Greek yogurt, some sliced figs, and granola. And then the next thing I do is pack up my tote bag for the day. So here's me just throwing in some notebooks, pencils, my Navigo pass, and a lunch that I packed for later. Next thing I do is get dressed. It's important to get dressed for all the temperatures throughout the day. So here I'm layering for the cold temperatures in the morning. Then here I am just leaving my apartment and walking down a spiral staircase, as you will find in most of Paris. And then on Tuesdays and Thursdays, there's actually a market on my street. Even if a market isn't super close to you, I would definitely recommend trying to get to one. The fresh fruits and vegetables are amazing, and a lot of times the prices there are cheaper than at the grocery store. Normally I would metro to CEA, but on this day my French class was actually in a market so that we could practice the vocabulary that we just learned. So here I am bopping around with my friend and fellow mojo, Sarah Carrillo. So next I metroed back to CEA for my second class of the day, which is in a historic district in Paris, and it's absolutely beautiful. I'll show you some of my favorite views from my commute later on. One of my favorite parts about studying abroad with CEA is this 70-cent latte machine that they have in the basement of the building. The coffee is super cheap, super good, and keeps me caffeinated throughout my classes. After class, my friends and I normally pick a cute place in the city and we eat lunch together. And here we are enjoying some leftovers from dinner the night before that we made with market veggies. After that, we went back into CEA to practice for a presentation that we had the following day. And then I forgot to film my last class of the day, but I wanted to include it because it is definitely my favorite one. Then on this particular day, I walked to a nearby post office to pick up stamps to mail postcards home to my family. And then I just included some of my favorite views from my daily commute. So then I metroed back to my apartment, but before I went back, I stopped at the bakery like I do every day and used the only French that I know. Bonjour, une baguette, s'il vous plaît? So then I normally come home, unpack my bag, and as you can see, it's warmed up by this point, so I'm taking off my jacket and my scarf. And then I just wanted to include some vocab that I went over that morning and the food that I was able to get for less than €4 at the market. Then my roommate came home, we made dinner. On this day, we had a lot going on, so I just made a quick sandwich. And take note of those Band-Aids in the back.
I still don't know how to correctly do this, and I'm about to put it on the internet.
Basically, a few weeks ago, I sliced my finger open making a sandwich. Not very Parisian of me, so just be warned that baguettes are both delicious and dangerous.
There you have it, kids!
Then, like most days, I just sat down to do some homework, FaceTimed my loved ones.
Hopefully you're recording this time.
I am now, I swear. And then this day was a little bit different. My roommate and I headed back out because we went to the opera with CEA. We got to see the Batsheva dance company perform live, and they were absolutely amazing. But I don't know if I was allowed to film it, so I just blurred that there for you guys. And then we metroed home. So definitely a longer, busier day for me, but pretty typical of my life in Paris. Thank you guys so much for watching. And feel free to reach out to me with any questions that you have about studying abroad. And I hope that you can make this dream come true for you too.